Hello everyone, my name is Maria Elena Williams. I am originally from Guatemala. I speak Spanish, English and German are my second languages. I work for the North Carolina State Board of Elections. I am in the paralegal program and I am also a fitness instructor. I am here to talk to you about a topic I am passionate about, and it is the paralegal certification. But there is a problem. Why is the paralegal certification not mandatory in North Carolina? First, let me start with a little history of the paralegal profession. The concept of the paralegal profession is about 60 years old and dates back to the 1960s. It was conceived when different law groups and organized bar associations started to work on ways to make the legal services offered to clients better and especially more profitable. The need for legal assistance in law firms started to grow immensely, and in 1967, the American Bar Association endorsed the concept of the paralegal. In 1980, the term paralegal was used for the first time. We are living in the 21st century, and one wonders, where does this profession stand now? Surprisingly, there is no mandatory certification process for the paralegal profession, and it seems that just about anyone can call themselves a paralegal. This is a problem. Anyone can be a paralegal, including the ones who have not attended a single paralegal class. This is a field of work that has simply come into being over time without any regulations. It affects the people that seek legal help. It affects the legal professionals and organizations that paralegals work for, and it affects the paralegals themselves. If the problem is not solved, the paralegal will not be recognized as a profession. Another problem will be that the service provided to the client will not be elevated in a way that guarantees that they will get quality legal service. Attorneys will continue to be at a loss to identify qualified paralegals to work. As I said earlier, currently there are no minimum standards to work as a paralegal, except for the state of California. The state of California has implemented mandatory requirements to work as a paralegal. California has over 27,000 paralegals, and they have the largest number of working paralegals. Therefore, if a person wants to work as a paralegal in California, they have to pass an exam and fulfill all requirements for the profession. North Carolina has in place a voluntary certified paralegal program. Now listen, it is only a voluntary program. This program is certified by the North Carolina State Board of Paralegal Certification. However, nothing has been done similar to the state of California. It is a shame that out of the 50 states, only one has succeeded so far. We need to act and make the certification mandatory. How? The paralegal certification should be standardized and mandatory not only for the benefit of the paralegal, but also for the employers hiring a paralegal, and most of all, for the clients themselves. There are 3 national organizations that advocate, certify, promote, support, and encourage the paralegal profession, and they are the National Federation of Paralegal Associations, the National Association of Legal Assistants, and the International Practice Management Association. Each of these organizations has a different mission, but one goal in common: to support the paralegal profession by creating high standards of conduct. Yet, these organizations have not agreed on common standards for one to identify as a paralegal, nor have they advocated for credentialing to be mandatory. Why is a certification important? Paralegals practice in every state in the nation, which further suggests the need for a national standard. The evolution of the paralegal profession is real. Therefore, it should be recognized as such and act as a profession. Why should paralegal certification become mandatory? Paralegals have a serious job to perform. They have serious responsibilities and tasks to perform in different areas in the field of law. Of course, a paralegal is required to work under the supervision of a licensed attorney, but that still does not preclude paralegals from being required to meet a basic level of competency as indicated by meeting the requirements for certification. The paralegal profession is one of the fastest growing professions in the world. It requires a high level of legal skills, knowledge, dedication, passion, and energy. Having a certification will give a paralegal a stamp of excellence, advantage to getting higher and at a higher salary, proof that the individual is current in their field, an advantage of better professional opportunities than to a person without certification. Now, let's stop for a moment and consider the following situation. A surgeon is in an operating room operating on his patient. Yes, he is in charge, the captain of the ship, so to speak. But every single person in the room helping the surgeon to take care of his patient is also required to be certified. Even the person preparing the instruments in another part of the hospital must be certified. Similar to those assisting the surgeon who are certified, those assisting the attorneys should be certified too. The solution to achieve is a single minimum set of requirements to work as a paralegal that is consistent across the nation and that is mandatory for employment. Thus, will increase the professional profile of the individual paralegal, and certification will give them more confidence and will prove that they have the knowledge and effective professional communication skills to perform the job. To solve this dilemma, the three organizations should unite and develop a path to standardize the requirements to be certified as an entry-level professional paralegal and to meet certification mandatory. First, NFPA, NALA, and IPMA must unite to form a joint effort to develop and implement the standards of future paralegals joining the profession and make one national certification. Next, they must develop a guideline to grandfather those paralegals that are already employed in the field. Then, future paralegals would have to take and pass the national certification exam as well as meet any other educational requirements that have been established. Also, those seeking to be grandfathered would have to submit their proof that they qualify. Last, the mandatory standard will be in effect and continue being maintained by standardized continuing legal education requirements. How will this work? These three organizations are already in place and they are funded by dues-paying members. Further, funding would come from people applying to take the mandatory exam, applying for grandfathering, and taking continuing education credits. Just imagine the benefits of mandatory paralegal certification. It would increase promotion and raise salaries. It would prevent people who are not eligible to be paralegal from entering the field. It would let clients know that the paralegal has met the minimum standard of proficiency in the field. It will make this profession more credible. It would allow paralegals to distinguish themselves from other professionals within the law field. And most importantly, it will set and raise the standard for the level of competency in the profession. It is high time for paralegals to be required to be certified. Thank you. Gracias.